Hello, everybody, and welcome to TV&D. I forget what we had said last time, what it was, but hey, I'm Brian. I'm your game master, and I'm here as always with my friends and co-hosts Carolyn Page, Eli Uden, and Tony Wilson. What's up, you guys?
We were
Not
trying to figure out
much.
how to do the hands.
Yeah,
Carolyn
I
and
think
me,
if
we
we
were-
each do one.
how do you do?
I was
I
doing
got
like
the
a,
easy
V.
a barrage of Bill Clinton / Obama points.
And then this is
Nobody in the stream knows who Bill Clinton
Maybe
is.
we should just change the name of the show to Bill Clinton Gesture, and it would make prepping a lot easier.
Yeah.
That would
I-
Are you
actually-
voguing, Carolyn? Full
I'm
vogue?
not gonna be on the show if it's named Bill Clinton gesture.
It's probably good.
Okay, what if we
yeah.
call it generic politician thumb?
It is
Also
politician
pass.
thumb.
That's also pass.
It's kind of Borat-y too. There's a lot of stuff they.
What if we call the show Borat sequel
Borat.
subsequent movie Twitch stream?
Tony, I got one thing to say to that. Very nice.
Despite
Hey
what
Tony,
the
you
last
should ask your
minute-
wife.
Yeah.
Despite what the last minute may
she will
suggest,
not like
this is a show where we take television shows and we play Dungeons and Dragons based on them. We've been doing Always Sunny in Philadelphia this past month, and we have an extra Thursday, so we're just doing a bonus show. And so that means if it's bad, we can just cut it and we can pretend it never
Yeah.
happened.
This never
Yeah.
happened.
And if it's good, you have to subscribe twice.
Yeah. Bonus subscription.
Yeah, that's the devil's bargain we're making tonight, folks.
Bonus.
Get your wallets out and get ready. It's a high stakes show of sub or we quit forever. I don't know. What was your
Sub or be
part?
sub?
Not that
You-
one, Tony. We're gonna be back.
Ah,
Sub or be subbed has other connotations as well.
Nice.
Bring it
That
in.
is true. So maybe you're watching in the future on our YouTube channel, or maybe you're watching live right now on twitch.tv/TV&D here Thursday, 9:30 ET. Hey, Eli, if people are watching live right now, what can people play with in regards to things we have?
Wow. Well, if that is your temporal situation, thank you for the subscription, Be My Badger. Appreciate it. If you are watching in real time on Twitch Thursdays at 9:30 Eastern, aka real time, you can use Blurp to play different sound effects for bits, and you can sub, which is A, the best way to support the channel, and B, gives you cool emotes to use of all of the difference of us. And Be My Badger did the double sub. Thank you for gifting a sub to Maliciously
Yeah.
Apathetic.
So
I
what
guess
does
we
that
have to
mean
uphold our
do
end of the
now?
bargain now. We have to do that show instead of the bad one.
We
There
have
go
to do a
my
good show
plans.
now?
And then, and Watching Watchers, thank you for the 6-month subscription. State Arizona
Yeah.
will fight me and my Stuso keyboard for PSD. PSD is messed up and weird and bad.
It's bad.
Get on
Shouldn't
the
do
right, get on good time, okay? This is where the stock market is, baby. This is real time. I don't know.
But who would know about your precious stock market if Hollywood wasn't making movies about it, Eli?
Are they still? Aren't they not making any movies
Perhaps
now?
you heard of
No one's
Gordon
made a
Gekko
movie this
2,
past year.
Wall Street Money Never Sleeps, starring darling Shia LaBeouf, who everyone still
Mm.
loves.
So we're the subject of these said movies. Sounds like an epicenter sort of situation. You know what? Take it over. Greenwich, you're out. We're Universal now.
All right, let's kick it to the audience with a poll. Does life reflect art or does art reflect life? we're figuring it out tonight.
Greenwich has had it
Now-
too good for too long, being mean time.
I think time should be nice.
Skirples, thanks for the sub. Oh my god, is Skirples just kicked off a hype train? Watching Watchers, thanks for subbing. Watching Watchers is Alex On, who brought me this beer. Thank you.
Ooh,
That took way too
goblet.
long to make an actual poll that Tony suggested.
Yeah.
Currently, there is a poll up of art reflect life, life reflect art.
Carolyn is not
Um,
wearing a visor, but that would be pretty great.
No, I'm wearing a hat because my hair's kind of dirty.
Carolyn is gonna go be the defensive coordinator for an NFL team later, so she's wearing a visor.
Oh my goodness, thank you.
Whoa,
More subs, Skirples,
Skirples.
thank you.
Oh boy!
I got gifted a
Whoa.
stub, finally.
I got gifted a sub.
Wow, you guys aren't subbed.
This is great.
Curious.
Actually, I should have a Bezos box that I should give us.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Is
start
that
right
legal?
Now with that
Just-
Bezos book.
Well, there's a scam. All you have to do is pay $95 a year, and then
It all balances out.
Mm.
Hey guys, Carolyn, who are you playing in our Always Sunny in Philadelphia campaign?
I'm Frank Reynolds, the Chaos Dwarf Wizard guy. I got scrolls, I got chaos, and I love it. And eggs. I'm egg centric. I do a lot of egg based magic. That's me.
Love
Do you
it.
like my impression?
I thought
good.
your impression was excellent. It also looks like we hit
Thank you.
100% on the hype train. Thank you, everybody.
Hey!
Oh man. Now it's
Hey,
a hype.
Eli, who are you playing?
I'm playing Charlie, the lovable goofball who can't read and has a lot of different problems. You know, I don't think I really have a specific class or alignment. I do have some scrolls. They do a variety of things. And I'm just here, you know, trying to hang out with my best friends in the whole wide Philadelphia.
Thanks, Tasty Jake, for the sub.
Thank
Gifted
you.
a sub to Helpful Tony.
Yeah, thank
Our
you.
very own Tony
State of
Wilson.
Arizona asked me to say the P word, which I refuse to. I've never said the P word in my life.
The P word.
Tony's
P,
a
you
rude
know.
little boy. Never say
Tony
please.
Wilson.
Never
Yes.
say thank
Tony
you.
Wilson, the rude little
Yes.
boy. Who
Yes.
you playing?
I'm playing the rude little boy Dennis. I decided about 4 seconds ago, which is the only rude little boy on the show I haven't played yet besides Frank. But Carolyn's been squatting on Frank since day
Yeah.
one, just squatting right down on him. And so I guess. Speaking of rude little boys, here's my rude little boy. Look at this rude
Whoa.
little face. Look at what little jerk he
Little
is.
face.
I'll be playing Dennis. He's the leader of the gang. Is that right? Yeah, he's the number one Paddy of the pub.
You're not wrong.
Yeah.
Great. So let's get into it. Previously on TV&D.
Previously on TV&D.
Nice.
Previously on TV&D. I wanted to say it too.
Previously on TV&D.
What's
Save the best for last.
Which show is that from? That's the long
Oh,
Teletubbies character arcs.
I thought we were just doing voices.
Oh, it's fun.
We should do Teletubbies at some point, and it's going to be a nightmare.
I mean,
Disturbing.
they don't speak though, right?
Yeah.
And they
Yeah, they do. They say like la la. Listen, guys. I have several tabs of acid in my freezer, and if we reach like 1 million subs, I will microdose, and we can do a Teletubbies episode.
not before the
That's-
cops
lock
come
that one
take your
in.
freezer away.
Lock that one in. We're doing
go.
that. 1 million subs. Tell your friends about TV&D.
If
Whoa,
we get 1
stretchy.
million subs on Twitch, yes, I will do that.
Great. Okay, everyone. So, last time on TV&D, let's see. It was Frank, Charlie, and Mac had to make their way across the city for reasons. And came across these ogres that they were familiar with, the McPoyles, who are large, maybe inbred, unibrowed,
Wet.
wet, what's the word? Acquaintances? Enemies feel strong, but
I think
Antagonists?
Enemies is very
Let's go with
fair to
enemies.
say.
Antagonists for sure.
Yeah.
Why deal in half measures?
That
They
was
are
a strong
enemies,
choice.
as
in the
declared
narrative.
in this moment.
Yeah.
but what happened is you did promise them that the next day you would return to the spot where you had met them in the street and hang out with them.
Was it
Yeah,
hang out?
I
I think they were
think,
going to do something to us.
Yeah,
That
they
was
were
the
gonna do
tone they were
something.
presenting
yeah,
it in.
we were gonna like, we're gonna settle.
We were going
No,
to settle
we-
something.
We were
Yeah.
like, we had time. We don't have time for your stuff, and so we were gonna come back and make time for their stuff.
Yeah, I think that's a direct quote. We don't have time for any of your stuff, which is
Yeah.
really what the McPoyles have going on at all times. It's just stuff. Just
Yeah.
So, what we see at the opening of our episode is the back alley swamps of Philadelphia in Catch-All City.
Alley
And we get
swamp.
kind of We get kind of the intro. Imagine the intro to Shrek, but it's a bunch of inbred ogres going about their morning routine. Maybe taking a bite out of a cat like it's an apple and chucking the rest into the swamp, brushing their teeth with goo.
Kicking open
you
an
s-
outhouse door to the opening swell of Smash Mouth.
Yes.
I've seen
Oh,
the intro a
God.
couple times.
Oh,
It's a
I
good
gotta
movie.
rewatch Shrek. That's what I'll do with that acid in my freezer.
Mm. Shrek will become central in your life as a. Oh my God! Is the hype train something? The hype
Maybe
train's
there's a hype
hyping up.
train.
Please like and subscribe, fam. The hype train's going off the rails.
um. 11 subs. Thank you, everybody.
Yeah,
Thank you
really.
so much.
Thank you for that. I make fun of the hype train, but I love all the passengers. We'll put it that way.
Looks like emotes are being delivered to everyone who subbed.
Yeah.
Go.
We get all this, and we see three of the McPoyles. We see Liam, we see Ryan, and there's a sister.
That's enough.
All of their
Liam the
names.
one-
Yeah.
Is Liam the one
Margaret.
Yeah, Margaret.
Is Liam the one from who's the one from Westworld?
There's Jimmy Simpson. and then there's-
Liam is Jimmy Simpson.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Who is hot? Not as a
yes.
McPoyle, but in real life. I just need to say that Jimmy Simpson can get it.
What up, Jimmy
sorry,
Simpson?
Sorry, watching Watchers.
Let us know.
So, we see the three of them with their unibrows in dirty bathrobes. Margaret, the sister, like licking her lips all weird, as they stand on the street corner. Obviously, of course, expecting Charlie, Mac, and Frank to appear at some point today, as promised. We see them standing, and slowly we move into fast motion as we see people move up and down the streets of Philadelphia as they stand unmoving. A swell of melancholy music playing as we see the sun move through the sky all the way to night, past midnight, as they just stand patiently and then realize no one's coming. Liam turns to Ryan, looks at him, and says, "Ryan, gather the family." Ryan looks, Who? Liam goes, "Everyone."
Oh no.
During this day, let's go concurrent the same time throughout that day. What were you doing instead of meeting the McPoyles as promised? Dennis, you of course are off the hook. You were not.
Dennis had no idea this was happening. I will narrative justify changing my characters to Mac, but Mac is full on from Mac. Mac is full on like booked vacation in like Costa Rica or something,
Great.
and he's like on the beach with a cooler and somehow less sleeves than before.
That was maybe the plan, but like Mac's C plot would definitely be like getting detained at the airport, right?
Oh yeah. That's what he's imagining. It's
He's
much
getting
darker than that. For
illegal
sure.
steroids delivered to him at the airport. He's gotten detained.
Right.
He's washed up on the weird island from our Gilligan's Island episode.
Yeah.
Right. Because
navigating the labyrinth.
he got detained at the fantasy airport.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like Charlie and Frank, have we been on some adventure? Some
I just
tasks.
want to flavorful that the airport is like in World of Warcraft where you go and there's like the griffins or whatever.
Mhm.
It's just that it's like a big eyrie full of
That makes
griffins
sense.
and like flying shit.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, I think Frank and you're Charlie?
Yeah, I'm still Charlie.
Frank and Charlie have been. I think they just got fucking drunk and did their weird shit that they do, and they just kind of straight up forgot.
Yeah. I mean, I think Charlie maybe like mentioned it once or twice, and Frank told him not to worry about it.
Yeah,
Like, I think it's on
totally.
Charlie's mind, but he's like, they're wild, Frank. You can't trust them.
Charlie, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Here, take a swig of this moonshone.
Moonshone. That's past tense moonshine.
Yeah.
It's already been through Frank once. It's still good for another go. You know,
That's how strong it is.
You can't absorb it all in one take.
My one side of my face goes slack, and I'm like, "This is good stuff, Frank." It just completely
know,
destroys my
Charlie.
nerves. Wow, Frank, pretty good.
So the next day, who would be the first one to reach Paddy's pub? Probably in the afternoon. Seems like a good time for everybody. Like, I don't imagine Paddy's opening before 1 or 2.
I live there, right?
Frank, and Charlie.
Yeah,
I
anyone
sleep
who
on
lives
this-
there, I need you to have not been there. the
Oh,
night
okay.
before.
I had to
I
leave
suppose-
for some reason, I guess.
Yeah, Frank and Charlie went on a whole
Did a sleepover.
adventure that was amazing and had a super satisfying narrative arc,
Yep.
but they don't remember it, so we can't tell you about it.
Mhm.
And so I think maybe they come in, they remember that they're supposed to open the bar that day, but then they really just want to go nurse their hangovers and get
Yeah.
more to drink. So they stumble into the bar around 1.
We woke up in a
Into the
youth
tavern.
hostel surrounded by Swedish teens
Who were screaming
in
wildly
Swedish.
in Swedish.
Which, of course, in the TV&D universe, which we've established by the Swedish chef, is mostly Merk Berk Berk.
Yeah. They're just like, Mark. I'm like, oh.
I think that Sweden in the TV&D world is sort of a cloud city
Mm.
where people live in the clouds and kind of and all Swedish people kind of have wispy cloud hair. I just want to put that in. Blow the
Regular
cannon,
ass
and-
bodies, though, just like normal. people
Yeah,
with
regular ass
flowy hair.
bodies and wispy cloud hair. It's cool.
Like how Brian's version of our version of Swedish was just saying Morkborg back and forth a lot of times, which does seem like something Brian would do.
So, Charlie and Frank, we see you push open the door to Paddy's. Nothing is special until you stop, and behind the bar is Liam McPoyle, the ogre, in his bathrobe, just like he owns the place. Sitting at the bar is what's his name? Ryan McPoyle. And Margaret McPoyle, all ogres, all in bathrobes, is sitting on the pool table, just sitting cross-legged on the pool table, playing with the pool balls. And Liam McPoyle leans over on the bar. It cracks under the weight of his forearm a little bit. It's like, welcome. Can I get you an alcoholic beverage? And he raises a glass decanter of milk.
Oh boy.
What do you want, McPoyles? What are you doing here?
Frank, we in the wrong bar.
What?
Wait, what?
Where
Frank, are we in the wrong bar?
No, Charlie. It seems wrong because the smell is all weird because these filthy McPoyles are here.
Yeah, the smell's weird, but not like I like it. Not like the usual weird.
Yeah.
where were you, Frank? Where were you?
What do you mean? I've been around doing my Frank stuff.
Yeah.
Ryan at the bar throws his glass of milk down on the floor in anger, and Liam's like, huh, it's okay. It's okay, Ryan. Calm down.
I'm to Frank. I'm like, do I have to clean that up? Because I'm not sure if I work here or not. Does that?
You don't. Let me be clear. You don't. I work
Charlie,
here.
Stop! You're confusing the boy.
Oh!
This is our bar. This is all he knows. It's all he's ever known. Now, tell us what you filthy weirdos are doing here, and what you want, and what do you want?
You said that you would come and have time for our stuff yesterday, 2 days ago, and then yesterday you would make the time, and now contractually we own your bar.
You
What?
days,
Now.
dude. You want to talk about the sun and the moon, and it's just look. We would have done your stuff. We would have gotten around to your stuff. I don't remember
Yeah, well,
signing something, and I don't think that I can sign something. Huh, Frank? Tell him I can't sign anything.
he can't sign anything.
I don't
He's
have a
got
legal
doctor's
signature.
note. He's got
Uh,
Is there a medieval version of a doctor? What's a fantasy version of a doctor?
A barber.
Cleric's note.
Yeah,
He's got
cleric.
a cleric's note and everything.
Yep.
Dennis,
He can't sign anything.
Dennis, at what point do you enter the scene and how?
Oh, I already came and then I left again. I just kind of opened the door. I saw that this was happening, and I was just like hard out on this. I'm waiting outside. I don't know
Anyway.
if Dennis smokes in the show, but he does here now.
He does smoke.
Sometimes he smokes.
Okay.
I think he smokes
Crack.
until probably the network was like, no. So
People watch
I
this
think-
now. You have to stop.
I think Dennis is like with D or something, and Dennis is like, I guess we'll just wait and see if we need to go in. And D's like, yeah, have fun, and like slaps him on the back, and she's gone. But Dennis will hang around if he needs to be support.
By McPoyle law, this place is ours now.
McPoyle law, what are you talking about? This is our bar.
look, a bar can only change hands in the approved way, all right? And you
This is
haven't bested
McPoyle
us.
approved.
You haven't bested us. You haven't we have to for you to get our bar, we have to get on the ground and kiss your feet and tell you that it's your bar. That's it, that's how it works.
Yeah, that's how property law works in Catch-All City.
At least in the Philadelphia part. There's no deeds. You just gotta kiss toes and tell them it's theirs.
We are collectively sovereign citizens from Catch-All,
Oh,
and we work by McPoyle law. And
God
if you have
damn
a
it, they're
problem with it,
right.
my entire family is coming within the hour
Oh, God damn it. He's
to check
right.
out our new asset.
I don't know what
He's right.
sovereign means, but Frank, did you explain what's happening to me, or just let's keep going and you can tell me later?
All right, Charlie, what's happening is I think we got to find a way to get the bar back.
Smash cut to the gang gets the bar. The big gang loses the bar.
Yeah.
Dr. Hacken subscribed. Thank you, Dr. Hacken.
Thank you. Okay, so yeah, we go to our title scene. Where would we maybe okay. So the McPoyles have claimed your bar, of which they of course have no right to do, but they are 3 large ogres and there are apparently more on the way. So that is currently the predicament that you are in. When we come back from the title screen and like the shots of Philadelphia as music plays, where would we find your characters?
Frank has got Dennis in here. And he's dragged Charlie out to the front of the bar to keep an eye out for the other ogres and to hurriedly huddle.
Mm-hmm.
Can I propose a location? Do the McPoyles know about the Crasy Sone?
I don't think we can get to
'Cause-
the Crasy Zone.
Well, we could go in through that pipe and be in Gorg the Beholder's like weird, horrible room. Because I think it'd be really funny if we were just having this terrible conversation about like how horrible it is that we can't be running the bar in the Crazy Zone, and we keep trying to bring Gorg into the conversation as if he's supposed to be sympathetic to us keeping him prisoner. That's my proposal. Take or leave it.
Is that where we
Also-
find you?
Oh yeah,
Sure.
because also Charlie wants to play the PlayStation 2 that's down there.
Yeah,
Uh,
I think we go down there to give Charlie something to do so he can play with Gorv.
Yeah, I'm
while
really
Dennis
stressed
and
out.
Frank try and figure out what to do. What to
Great.
actually do.
So let's not forget the dungeon has been significantly remodeled, and Gorv's room is now a enormous, elaborate like temple chamber with this giant stone beholder head. The pipe has been remodeled into a giant stone beholder head that is pumping sewage
Goo.
and slime into the room. At first you might think that the PlayStation is no longer here, but that is of course not true.
Yeah.
The PlayStation has just been moved. It
Good.
To
Or I was worried.
over here.
We're taking turns on Ape Escape, baby. Every death, me and Gorv swap.
So you guys crawl through the slime and sewage. Can everyone make a just a flat D20 roll for me, and that is to determine how covered in slime we find you.
I
God,
don't know that
why
I
are we always
can make a
sticky?
flat D20 roll because I
It's
always
where-
roll 20s.
Naturally, always sticky. Also, thank you to Hops and Dragons for rating us. Welcome.
Thank you.
Whoa, Hops and Dragons, thank you so much. A raid. We love getting raided. I'm gonna roll first. There we go.
Ooh, bad.
2.
Bad news.
Oh, it's not good, Carolyn.
Is that
I gotta
good
roll
or is that
next.
bad for getting slime on me?
It's a 9, which is slightly better.
Yeah, was there a bonus to this? I didn't hear.
No, it's just a flat roll.
Okay, well, we're all not doing great. It's pretty
You
sticky
are
in
all
there.
Supremely sticky and slimy,
Oh,
and
jeez.
absolutely reek.
I'm like used to
Um,
that though. This is normal stuff. I think me and Frank are like pretty cool with it. Dennis is probably really upset.
I'm having a bad time.
Frank is literally like green and yellow slime and eyes.
Dennis. Charlie, go play your ape escape.
Okay,
Dennis.
Frank, you look like that cough medicine guy. You know
yeah,
from the commercials?
Mr. Mucinex, who lives down on Commercial Row.
Oh yeah.
Commercials are part of TV too. We're gonna have Mucinex versus Flo in another PvP episode.
Gorv,
Okay.
Gorv is looking at the TV like, you gotta get all those apes.
Carolyn, your camera going fuzzy just was very flavorful for how covered in goo you are.
Yeah.
It went into a Vaseline effect.
Dennis, I think we should tell the McPoyles that there's a bunch of treasure down here. Lure them into the dungeon, to the Crasy Sone, and then kill them. As they're down here, we gotta kill them.
I
Or
mean,
trap them down here to be new features for the Crasy Zone to attract more clientele.
They would be.
Frank,
That would make the
you're-
Crazy Zone way worse if they were down here.
It would be even crazy, the Crazier Zone.
It would be so crazy, Frank.
So
Normally, Frank,
so
It would be
I-
insane.
I wouldn't agree with you. I normally would not condone this kind of violence, but like we have to stand your ground, and there's like a stand your ground law, and I think that. if
Whoa,
we
whoa!
were to-
Everybody starts going, whoa, 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 whoa!
Hey, hey.
Dennis, no, all right, all right, all right.
Hey
They're in our bar, and if they won't leave, we have to do what we have to do. So if some of them wind up dead, it's not on us. We have given them fair warning. We've done everything that we can.
yeah,
So
you're right.
we got to convince them that they want to come down here in the Crazy Zone. Like like maybe we tell them they're like some cools down here, like like a big block of ice or something. Something cool that everybody wants to see.
Okay, that's a
Does
great
everybody wanna
idea,
see a
Charlie. You're
block-
thinking in the right direction. But I was thinking more like a shitload of treasure.
I think
Maybe
block
it could be
ice is
frozen
pretty
in
good.
ice
You guys
and
want
a
to see a
big
block
block of
ice? Like a big one. I'm talking just like big as a car. You don't want to see that?
like, I kind of want to see that.
Yeah, Gorv wants to see it. It's pretty good. I think a lot of people like see huge
where
black
can I
eyes.
find that? I mean, like,
Plus, it's like gone, dude. You can't it's a temporary thing. Like if you don't see it quick enough, it melts. You never see it again, dude.
Charlie, do you
it's
even
like
know
you'll
where to
forever
get a block
remember
of
that
ice
you
that
fucking
big?
lost out on the big giant block of ice.
Yeah. What? Dennis? What? What are you saying?
Where will we even get a block of ice that big?
I
No,
like
no, we don't really have it. It's just a ruse.
Yeah, you don't-
Any
yeah, it's a
ability.
ruse?
Thanks for the sub.
And even if you just need water, dude, ice is just water, dude. It's poured into a big square.
No. We don't need the actual treasure.
Look, man, I'll make the ice. I can make the ice. Do you want to make the ice block?
Charlie,
Do the McPoyles remind you of anyone who's ever looked at a glass of water in their life?
All right, so maybe it's like a
Why
milk
would they
cube,
use
dude.
In ice.
Maybe it's like
frozen
milk. Big frozen milk. Can you freeze milk?
An ice milk? A milk ice?
Hey, Tasty Jake, thanks for the sub.
Hey, thank you.
Yeah.
All right, dude. So it's settled. We'll tell them there's a big old block of frozen milk down here.
and a bunch of treasure.
All right, whatever, and whatever else besides the milk. I don't think you're even gonna have to finish the sentence because I think once you say a milk ice block, they're gonna be ready to go. But
Whatever happens, just let me do the talking when we get up there and talk to them. Don't forget, I'm a very savvy business dwarf.
okay, Frank. Just remember, milk ice block.
Okay, whatever. Yes, Charlie, the milk ice block.
All right. No, we have to. We have to. If we can't
Yeah, we
come
have
up
to
the.
crawl back up.
Yeah, we
the
have to
slime-
crawl
the
back out through the
slime
sticky
hole.
stuff because we can't come out of the Crasy zone.
Yeah.
So that's the plan. You're gonna crawl back up to the pipe.
Yeah, as we're leaving, I'll be like, Gorf, by the way, these guys totally okay to do any of your I-beams or eat them. Anything you want.
Yeah. All right. He's not even looking away from the television. It's like fucking apes.
Yeah. Like, also, dude, start a new save. I don't want to be like past where I was.
I know. Hey, I'm not starting over. I'm already.
Dude,
I'm
it's
already
my memory
going.
card, dude.
Can we roll to see how Gorb is doing at Ape Escape?
Yeah, I'd like to see how Gorf is
yeah.
doing. How many apes? He's caught 10 apes.
I got 10 more apes. You're bad at this, man.
Whoa, 10 apes, dude? Easy level. Anyways,
So
I should probably
in that
keep going.
game, you just catch apes?
Oh, it rules. And yes, it's a good ass
Ape
game.
Escape TV&D in June, I think.
Yeah, new Ape Escape campaign.
Love it.
Okay, everybody. So as you guys like crawl back up the pipe, okay, everyone's gonna have to make a roll for me again.
Oh no.
If everyone again rolls under 10, we're probably gonna have to come up against some rats.
I'm rolling. I came under 10. It's 4.
Oh my God.
Dennis is just having a terrible time. It's like in his mouth because he can't. He like has to performatively hate it, so it just
I
keeps.
got
dripping in his mouth.
exactly 10.
That's good. That's good. Okay.
Let's see. Also exactly 10. So only Dennis is really...
Dennis
grossed
has
up.
now more goo on him. And Charlie and Frank, you already hit kind of the maximum amount of goo.
Max
They're
goo.
like getting filthier, but they're like not breaking stride or conversation. Meanwhile, Dennis is just going, oh, about everything. As it
Yeah.
follows.
Oh yeah, it's slime time, baby.
So, you guys reach back to the street level, back outside Paddy's pub, and as you look into the windows, you can see that 2 more McPoyle ogres have just made themselves at home.
Oh, jeez. Come on,
Dennis
man.
is like, we're gonna need some more help if we're gonna stand our ground. As he's like, meekly.
You gotta
holding
stop
us.
saying stand our ground, man. It's like a very like fragile political climate right now. Just say like defend the bar.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's,
No,
it's
say-
our ground. We're gonna stand on it,
All right, well, if
Right,
it's the
all
same,
right.
just say defend our
and we're
bar.
gonna kill them without getting prosecuted. It's gonna be fun.
Stop, man. Frank.
Right. Let's go in there.
All right, I'll
Frank
back
goes
up,
into the
Frank.
bar.
We go in with you, right? Or just I'm just
Yeah.
standing
It's
behind.
up to you, yeah.
Frank bashes
so-
open the door and says, "McPoyle ogres, the bar is yours."
We know.
I'm like trying to desperately show, like, covertly show Frank a drawing I did of a milk ice cube. So it's like literally a square on white paper. It's just like.
Frank knows exactly what it is. And also, from the nuances of the drawing, they non-verbally decide what they're going to have for dinner later.
Yeah, milk.
Can Dennis like try and kind of edge Frank out to bring more reason to the conversation that he thinks that Frank will not be able to articulate? And he says, "Well, now," and he turns to Charlie and Frank. Just a little reverse psychology here, I think. We were just thinking that, since the bar's yours and all now, that
Yeah, we know. It is.
before we go, we just wanted to go down and get our favorite part of the bar. It's just down into the Crasy zone over there. It's just a little thing, it's just down in the furthest room of it, past some of the things in the way. We have just a big, you probably wouldn't care. It's just a big frozen block of milk. Just a giant frozen block of milk.
Yeah, dude.
Rapidly-
Random
We
bunch
just-
of
rapidly
treasure.
evaporating.
We
I
just
better
be
get
in and
all
out,
my
man.
Treasure.
Let's see. Dennis, make a charisma check for me.
If Frank's trying to bring up the treasure, we're just doubling
Ruby
down. on-
dildos more than you could ever need in a lifetime.
More importantly,
Milk dildos.
McPoyles,
Hey.
if I could. Frank, Charlie's out now. No, out in front.
Oh, I do have
McPoyles, if I
4 to my
could.
charisma, though. That's a 12.
Okay. So Ryan over here, steps over towards you, Dennis. Liam has kind of like leaned in interest, hearing a milk cube.
Yeah.
Ryan makes his way over to you, sort of like striding over.
Please,
Gets
Brian,
way
when
too
we're go ahead. Sorry,
go ahead.
When we're done with this, you gotta homebrew up a milk cube that's like a gelatinous cube that people can put in stuff. It just makes all your weapons nasty.
Right, it doesn't eat your weapons.
Like,
it just
oh.
makes 'em nasty.
You're like, you can still use it if you want. It's really gross.
So Ryan like
Oh yeah.
comes over to you. Dennis gets way too close into your face. His like breath like moves your hair a little. How'd you get that milk into a cube shape?
Oh, I'll field this one, fellas. This is my time to shine. Also, yeah, thank you for that note. Tony switched to Dennis, so I did not, but he is now labeled correctly as Dennis. All right, McPoyles, so you're fans of milk, I can see, as you're drinking some yourself right now. Now, are you also fans of ice and snow cones, the type you might see on a mountain or also in perhaps a tray? I'm nodding.
Not familiar, but intrigued.
So milk is, and I realize I don't understand like freezing or like temperature really. I'm like, and the milk, and I'm just like clearly flailing in front of Dennis and Frank. Like I like haven't said anything in like 20 seconds, and my eyes are like going like. It's very simple, but it's hard to explain. Much like the plot of Percy Jackson.
He's the son of Poseidon.
Yeah, it's the
That's
son.
the plot.
He's the son of Poseidon. The Thunder Riders are there with him, and it's really an act of God more than anything. And I could draw it for you. I'm like pulling out the drawing I made, and it's all crumpled up.
Okay, that
Hey,
milk's
it's
not
a
getting any
deer.
colder. We better go down there to get it.
That milk's not getting any colder. It's what I'm saying to everybody now. Yeah. Oh yeah. So, anyways, it's down there. We don't want it to melt, and it's valuable, and it's pretty cool, and so we better go grab it.
Liam leans over the bar to Ryan. Ryan makes his way over to the bar, leans over. Liam is like whispering in his ear.
There's so much. Even when they whisper, they're spitting. It's like
it's
so
just
gross.
everywhere.
Yeah. Also, very good call out. Be my badger. Yeah. I'm like, you melt that down. You put a steak in it. You got yourself a delicacy right there. A little milk steak. Mmm.
One of the nameless McPoyle ogres is like slowly making his way behind Frank, just like so Liam and Ryan speak from a spittle flying everywhere before Ryan turns around. It's just like, we would like to see the milk cube before you leave with it.
Also,
All right, I guess.
By
you
all
can
means,
see it.
Yeah.
if you need to see it, you can just go down and take a look.
It's your bar now, so I guess you can see it.
Can't
Yeah.
stop you.
it's just over there in the Crasy Sone. Also, I want to say this
Look
isn't
over at the.
this isn't on my sheet, but I feel like Charlie in any like social situation has like a bar that's filling up, and when it fills up, he just like goes insane. It's like he's into like Amnesia or like like Call of Cthulhu or whatever. Like he's the only person with a sanity meter, and
The terror tracker is going up.
yeah, and he's gonna like just start casting spells if he starts freaking out. So keep that in
Frank
mind.
is aware of this and goes, "Let's go now, and starts ushering all 5 of the ogres into the Crasy Zone.
Well, I do. We're like, Ryan will go see the milk cube.
Oh, he's not gonna be able to lift it, man. It's too big.
You won't be able to look at all of it.
Yeah, he's
we're
gonna have
gonna-
to look at each side at one at a
5
time.
ogres worth of surface space on there to
It's
see
big.
every corner of
You're
it.
gonna want five ogres at least to look at the sides, because one side's on the floor, and you can't look at that unless you turn it around. And Just saying. And all the treasure that's down there. Rubies, emeralds, a fantasy gem, pyrite. Is that a gem?
Sort of.
Liam, Frank, you are close enough maybe to the bar for Liam to reach over. He with his meaty hands. He grabs you and pulls you up off of the bar. Are you fucking with me right now?
Charlie has just remembered the level of Ape Escape he was playing downstairs at his door. He's like, no, man, he's not see, there's pressure plates, dude, and there's multiple of them, and you're only one guy, and so if you want to get through, you gotta get the apes. I mean,
I'm not messing with you. This is all real. I cannot tell a lie about a milk cube or treasure or any of that stuff.
Yeah, dude, you gotta get the apes to stand on the squares, and then you can get to the milk cube. And I mean, apes by apes, I mean ogres.
Dennis is getting nervous. He's like, right, those apes need to stand on their ground.
Oh my God, Dennis!
I am going to leave something up to the chat rather than make a roll.
Oh, great.
Do all of the McPoyles?
Oh, brother!
Are all of the McPoyles sold enough to go along with this situation with the milk cube ruse?
Interesting. The chat says brisket.
Brian, while that other poll gets going, did we ever get confirmation on whether art imitates life or life imitates art?
I think it was
art
art imitates life. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Also,
Which
someone's
is actually true because art wouldn't exist without life.
wow.
Whoa.
Also, life imitates art because art, reinforces so many of the stereotypes we have about gender,
Oh no.
race.
But
No, the
Are
whole
we not
argument's
art?
starting again.
Are we
It's
not
like we
art
didn't solve
created
anything
by
with the
God in
poll
His
on
image?
Twitch.
Are we not God's greatest artistic creation?
While this
Is
poll
it-
is going, can I make a horrible admission that all this gross milk stuff is just like stuff I did as a kid? Like Eli's like, can you even free milk? I'm like,
Yeah, you
and
can.
Eli's
You were a
describing the
McPoyle?
grossest thing he could think of, which is putting a stick into milk and freezing it to eat it like a popsicle. And I'm like, yeah, that was the daily occurrence for me.
That's like what
between
professional
6
hot
and
pepper
8.
eaters would do.
Adam Conover, thank you so much for the raid.
Hey, welcome
Yeah.
everybody.
Thank you.
Oh my God.
We're
how
doing
what's
some
up,
D&D
Adam?
as the cast of Always Sunny. Let's do
Wow, you come in
For-
just as I admit all the weird gross stuff I did with milk as a child.
So we'll do a very quick
good
summary
first
for the Adam raid and anybody who isn't following from the previous raid. Oh man, we got a blurb coming in. We got the JoJo blurb coming in. The McPoyles, we had an appointment with them to figure out their stuff, and we didn't show up. So now they've taken over Paddy's. And we built a dungeon in Paddy's called Frank's Crasy Sone, which is because we turned the Z's backwards to be cooler, and now they're just S's. And so now we're trying to convince them to go down into our dungeon and get killed by telling them there's a big frozen block of milk down there, which, as people in chat have said, is not just cheese because it's frozen.
Right,
different.
Right, different thing.
Child me can verify. Frozen milk.
Child
not
Tony.
cheese.
Tony McPoyle.
I understand fundamentally that they are different. Could not tell you why on any
I think it's simple.
scientific reason.
Listen,
What
Look.
was colder? I think
guys,
is it.
I got a whole deal about what cheese is, okay? I'll fill you in later, Brian. Let's offline about that.
Let's circle back on what cheese is.
So I believe, according to chat, the McPoyles, the McPoyle who are ogres in our TV&D universe, are all going to head down into the Crasy Zone to
Nice.
see
This
the milk
episode
cube.
is wrapped up. We can pack it up, folks. We did
Full
it.
transparency, I did use a bunch of channel bits to sort of move that along.
Wow.
But I think that's where it was going anyways.
Carolyn's got a hard out in about 4 minutes.
Yeah.
We're just gonna wrap this one up early.
Carolyn's milk is melting. She gotta go.
Oh golly.
So we let's see, find ourselves in the first room of the Crasy Zone. If you remember, it is a stone room stone walls, stone floor, blood spattered everywhere. There are 2 blood fountains in the corner. There is a dragon statue that guards that I believe activates when someone opens the door. That severely injured someone last week.
Yeah, that dungeon
Which,
inspector
hey,
got toasted. And
you
then
can
we
watch
took
on.
his kids.
You can watch that episode on our YouTube channel right now.
True.
Well, watch it later. Watch it after this.
Yeah.
Watch it later. Yeah.
But
That's
you
a
can find the
great
link for
episode.
that down there. I believe someone just linked it. Thank you. So all of the McPoyles down the stairs, all 5 of them, are looking around the room. It's like, I see a dragon. I see blood. I see 2 blood fountains. There doesn't seem to be a milk cube.
Yeah, dude, it's not in the first room. That's not how we would. It was the most valuable treasure. Why would we put it in the first room, dude?
Who keeps a milk cube in the first room of their Crasy zone?
Yeah, first rooms for dumb stuff that nobody wants, like treasure or rubies or whatever Frank's talking about. Not for milk cube, baby.
Dennis huddles Frank and Charlie and is like, no, why remind me again just why we came down here with them?
Because you got to make sure, dude.
We gotta make sure.
Also, I want to
they're
see.
good and
They can't
dead.
fit out the pipe exit. They're ogres. We're normal size. I mean, except for Frank, we're normal size. Why don't we just go back upstairs, lock the door, problem solved, come back in a week. If
They'll
they don't
break
make it
down
to
the
the
door.
first room,
They are gonna break down the door, dude. They're big.
then must I
massive
say it
ogre.
again, we must be ready to stand our ground. We use that time to
Oh,
fortify.
Dennis.
Dennis, when we were buying the door, you were like, "We don't need a good door," and now we have a shitty door.
I don't remember saying that, Charlie, at all. It doesn't sound like anything to say.
Flashback to Dennis being like, "Why would we need a good door?" Charlie, shut up. I told you, dude. I said we gotta have a real good door.
Specifically laying out this situation. Like, what if the McPoyles take
Yeah,
over?
dude. What if there's like a big guy down there, and he's mad? We gotta have a good door. I'm talking metal.
Cut back to the present moment.
Frank says, McPoyles, go ahead and open. Proceed in the next room, and the milk cube is in the room following that.
Liam turns around once and just kind of looking like, you trapped that door?
I mean, there's traps, dude. It's a dungeon. We can't be held responsible.
No
Yeah,
way, there's no trap. The traps are in the next room, and we'll point them out. We want you to see the milk cube. We're proud of it.
I want to see the milk cube of... He makes his way.
I'm like, hold on, McPoyles. We're just gonna discuss some milk cube stuff. We huddle up. Doesn't make. I guess Charlie would not be the one to initiate any strategy talk. But it's like, I feel like, dude, if they see one of them get burned, they're gonna be like real mad. I think we actually have to guide them all the way and then hope that. Gorb's pretty tough, dude. I think we gotta hope Gorb just TPKs them, dude. Takes them to fucking California Pizza Kitchen. Just finishes them all off. California Pizza Kitchen being
California Pizza
that's total party kill in this chat. And please bring that to your home games. I highly suggest it.
Oh man, what a good... Oh.
Hey, we know from last week how hard it is to even get a trap to kill a single helpless dungeon inspector. So I am with you.
Yeah, you're right, Charlie.
Frank takes off his shoe and says, actually, wait, we forgot about this, and throws it at the door to open the door.
Oh, dude, Frank, your shoe.
Whatever, I'm a chaos dwarf. This is kind of my thing.
So Frank throws his shoe at the door, and as expected, the dragon throws this like burst of fire at the door.
Oh, look at that
and-
animation.
Oh yeah,
Fucking
dude.
graphics just
We
blew
got a
my
budget,
mind.
baby. Fucking looking like ape escape in here.
We wish. Man.
Dennis explains the way to the McPoyles. You know, it's just a little bit of fire that it warms things up. That would, you know, it melts things that would otherwise challenge the integrity of the ice. You know, You can't have
Yeah.
anything
Yeah.
melting the ice, so we melt whatever would melt the ice here.
And that's why this trap's got to be all the way out here, dude, because otherwise warm up the ice room.
That's
Yeah.
You know what? Gotta say, I've spent most of the day pretty mad at you, but now I think I trust you implicitly
Yeah, dude.
with my life.
Same
All right.
here.
Well, why don't we just guide you on through a couple more rooms? We'll see that milk block. Everyone will be happy. The bar will be yours, and you'll be alive.
This all checks out, and you know what? I am no longer suspicious.
Frank, do you want one of my shoes, dude? I'd like share a shoe.
All right.
Frank and Charlie would
Uh,
like to share a shoe. Hello, Dungeon Master.
Make a roll for me. A D20 plus your shoe wearing stat.
Okay,
Each
it's
of
like
us?
I think it's like a tinkering sort of move. Like I want to unlace it really big so that we can both get our feet in it.
I don't want to do this. This is crazy shenanigans, even for us.
All right,
Frank
Charlie's
Frank
part
is being
in
like,
character.
no. Dennis goes to Charlie and just like, just cut it in half. Somebody gets the toe, somebody gets the heel. It's not that hard, Charlie. You're making it more difficult than it has to be.
I don't want to walk
And
on my
he
heel,
chops
dude.
the
I don't want to
shoe
be
in
like
half.
Frankenstein out here.
Frank takes
s-
off his other shoe and throws it, so he's totally barefoot.
Oh, come on, Frank.
Frank's gonna be naked by the end of the episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You enter the second chamber of the dungeon. There is, of course, a broken stone bridge that spans the length of the room. There is down below, probably about 20 feet, a pool of acid that coats the entire floor of the room. There is one little island that floats on the pool of acid that contains the key to this door.
Is our stuff still set up from when we were having foot races?
Yes, all of the garbage from your
Okay.
foot race. Once again, you can watch that last week.
Yeah.
Last week's TV&D
So-
on our YouTube channel.
Because there's a question folded up in this as a reminder, mattress bridge before the gap, acting as a sort of barrier. I guess my thought is if we were building this dungeon, we probably didn't do a very good job. It's probably more looks than functionality. So I'm wondering how deep the green junk below is. Do we know how deep it is?
We should, I
so
guess. We did
so basically
insurance
what it-
fraud though, so we got a ton of money for this.
Right.
Yeah.
So basically this was you had built a dungeon. The dungeon got burned down by arson and it was rebuilt.
Oh yeah.
Exactly.
Mhm.
So actually let's make it a D6 roll.
Okay.
1 is not very deep. 6 is incredibly deep.
Like 1 foot or 6 feet.
Yeah, deep end or
It's
shallow.
a 2. We are a meh. I'd say
2 feet is not enough acid. It would just be their feet.
I think
right.
I think we could make
Yards?
a pile of mattresses that somebody could land on, just grab that key casually and get hauled back up.
I apologize. I do have to bio break. Talk amongst yourselves.
Okay.
I think
Frank's
bio
got-
break's supposed to make it better, but it doesn't.
I'm gonna roll to see how
Brian's gonna
Brian
go
is
throw
peeing
up.
right now. Let's see.
Going to Piss Town.
Oh, an
Yeah.
18. It's a big one.
Wow. Gross.
You guys want to have a roll off?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. All
I'll
right,
go
chat.
first.
Give us the
Let's roll
stakes.
D12.
Spicy milk? That's like yogurt, right? Yogurt's like spicy milk, kind of.
Yeah. What's the stakes for our roll off? We're gonna roll.
We
a
can start
D12.
rolling, and you can tell us while we go. It's more exciting that way. If we
We each roll a d20, and then whoever's got the highest roll wins the roll off.
D12 because it's fun and we never get to roll it.
yeah, we never get
Okay.
to roll a d12.
But the Pentagon
get
one?
with the system, Eli.
Yeah.
Okay, who's first? Caroline, you go.
Okay.
With
I'm
your
gonna go-
idea.
Yep.
Yeah, Mexican
9.
spicy yogurt. There's like types of yogurt that are like.
9.
Tony
I'm
rolls.
thinking of what
7.
do they put? And they put the sprinklies on the like. I'm thinking of something
Eli,
from a
you roll.
cuisine. I'm also defending my yogurt take. So what is 12?
You rolled D12.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah, and if you rolled the highest, then everyone else has to pay you $50.
None of us have $50. Come on.
$50. What are we, kings? My God.
Damn, I can't believe I'm doing this right now. Gonna
Yogurt is
Venmo
sour
Carolyn
milk.
$50.
Sour
Yep.
thick milk.
Carolyn, I'm Venmoing you right now. Okay, did you?
Okay. Oh, yep,
Okay.
I got it.
Hold on, I
I
haven't
also
sent
got
it yet.
some texts about. Whoa.
Okay.
A high
hold
school
on.
reunion.
Well, we're all going.
Which I
Does
would
everyone
love
want Carolyn's
to go
Venmo
to.
so they can all $50?
Yeah, it's at
Carol-
Carolyn Page.
Why are we Venmoing Carolyn?
She won
Because
the
I
roll
want
off.
the highest.
lost the roll.
Listen, you're all free to Venmo me whenever you want. Listen
Okay. Hold on, here we go.
up.
People
Okay.
are criticizing my
Okay.
yogurt take, and they're spelling yogurt, like some sort of British, like from the Mongol Empire,
What do you
yogurt.
want me to do? What
Okay.
are you gonna do? Dip it in yogurt? That's
Yogurt.
from Love Actually.
All right,
Just
Carolyn,
making
you
it out
have
of
it now.
horse milk? Huh?
What? Tony Venmoed me 41 cents
Wow.
and titled it $50.
I thought it would fool
Sounds
you.
like $50 to me.
You saw through it immediately.
Fuck.
Our producer Dane brings up a great point though. Or sub, Venmo Carolyn, or subscriptions are a great way to help the show.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, that's also good.
Speaking of the show,
It's like a 41 cents for the show.
shall we resume
every time
That's
that
a
I
good
get
idea.
Venmoed right now, I'll put it back into the show. Because this is the only thing that I have in my life anyways, let's be real. Yeah, it's just at Carolyn Page.
So we are on a bridge, a broken bridge with a huge gap in it, a pool of acid, an island down below floating on the acid, or at least appears to be floating. Though we have established the acid is not that deep.
Okay. Frank has an idea and I just want to know, what are the chances of me being able to huddle up and whisper to the guys without the ogres overhearing me?
we've been doing huddles.
You can huddle. You can definitely. They are sort of mostly preoccupied with each other. Take that how you will. But they are kind of like looking about the chamber, wondering where the milk cube is. So you can definitely huddle up.
Okay, so I'm gonna huddle up. Guys, fellas, guys. I got a spell called Frenzy. 3 nearby creatures erupt into a frenzy of violence for 10 minutes. What I think we should do any of you have spells that can push? I want to push these ogres so they knock into each other comically, tumbling over each other, and push a couple of them into the acid, and then the other ones I'll cast Frenzy on them and they fight each other. Who's got
Frank.
spells to help me?
Freak.
I hate to say it, but I think that this might work. I have something
Look.
I think I have something that might be able to.
Guys, I know I'm not exactly the voice of reason here, but
You
I
are
feel
not,
like
Charlie.
I feel like the angrier those guys are, like the worse that is for us. Like I feel
Shut
like
up, Shaggy.
I feel
You
like
can
maybe we
cast
just
marbles. You can spit your marbles on them.
look, man. I'll cast marbles. I'll do it, but I feel like
All right,
maybe we
get
just
ready to
push them
cast
and then we
marbles,
don't make them
Charlie.
super mad because they're
Yep,
huge.
get ready to cast marbles. We're doing
Okay.
this.
All right.
I have a spell that I want to cast first. Everyone, get close to this door. I'm gonna make them phobic of doors.
Amazing.
Okay. I would like to cast phobia. A creature becomes terrified of an object of your choice for 10 minutes. It says a creature, but it could be like one type of creature, right? Like an ogre is a type of creature.
Thanks for the sub, some Texan guy.
So tell you what, I'll tell you what. If you target Liam, everyone else will take their cues.
Oh, that makes sense. You know, I target Liam and I cast phobia to make them phobic of the door that we are standing near.
Yeah, they
And for
share
that matter,
one
the
brain.
door on the other side.
They're like kaiju that way.
I cast Frenzy on Liam and the 2 that are in the front. And then I backed up towards the door.
Dude, I told you this is a bad idea. They're gonna be so mad. Anyways, all right.
Cast marbles,
I'm
cast
casting marbles. I cast marbles. My mouth fills with marbles, and I'm spitting them.
So
I'm a human pachinko. I'm going nuts.
this plan was almost good, but there's only one way I can see this going.
I don't think you understand how many marbles I'm shooting out.
Yeah.
This is
they're
like
in a
nauseous.
frenzy. I cast frenzy.
Yeah, I'm going nauseous hippos all over the place. I'm going crazy.
Here's the issue in my brain. You've cast Fear of the Door on Liam.
Yeah.
And cast Frenzy.
Yeah.
I'm afraid he's gonna go into a fight or flight fight mode against the door in front of which you are all standing.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, but you're not considering that the marbles are going to repel him away from the door that we're at, and turn his attention to the door on the other side. And for that matter, there's 3 wide or like 2.5 wide person blocking this door. He
Yeah,
can't
we're
see
blocking
it.
the door.
He doesn't know it's here.
I mean, us blocking the door is not gonna.
I will roll so hard to prove you wrong, Brian.
Ken, I'm gonna set up a poll right now, and this is going to be to decide door
Actually,
fear.
I have another spell. I can just do that. It's gonna be a trick on it, but I think it's fine. Can I use the marbles? Sort of. I know ward, and so I can draw a circle on the ground and choose a thing that cannot cross into the circle. Can I use the goo on my hand to make a circle around this door and make it ogres? Or McPoyles, honestly.
Do not see why not.
All right, I cast McPoyle Ward. Like, oh, geez, and I just make it, and it's glowing now. What's the opposite of milk?
Probably the peppers, right?
Oh, hot
That makes
peppers,
sense.
capsaicin.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used a spicy jalapeno to draw a circle.
I like that Eli's like throwing another magic scroll out, so I'm going to do one as well. I'm going to cast Babble on Liam. Creature must loudly and clearly repeat what you think. Otherwise, mute for 10 minutes. And I'm going to make Liam repeat loudly. Jump into the goo. Jump into the goo. Come on, all you McPoyles, jump into the goo.
So this incredible display of spells goes firing off. It begins with fear or phobia. Or what's the spell called, Carolyn?
Phobia.
Phobia. It then turns into the enraged spell.
Frenzy, yeah.
Then
You know what? I'd like to throw another spell in here when we get a chance.
Yes.
Great.
I'd like to. I have a spell called Summon Idol, where a carved stone statue the size of a 4-poster bed rises from the ground. I'd like to cast that in the goo to have like a very welcoming statue that looks like it's like inviting them to sacrifice themselves for like whatever like the McPoyle elder deity is. Like, so it's like the McPoyle, the alpha McPoyle.
The alpha McPoyle, which of course is a sort of anthropomorphic milk cube.
Yeah, it's like a milky guy.
Yeah.
While we're at it, I'm gonna cast my last scroll here too. I just want to cast Read Mind on Liam just to make sure that these are all firing off properly.
I just want to say that
I understand
that the McPoyle has it has a necklace like like some sort of alchemist would have, but it's like all different types of milk in different bottles. So it's got like horse milk, like centaur milk, like fucking beholder milk if you milk the stalks, and like it's just he's got like bandoliers of all the milks.
Cool.
Cow milk.
That's a big one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
one of the biggest.
Carolyn, do you have any more spells? I think you should burn them off.
I don't really have any spells that would be helpful here.
Being helpful isn't big. That's not a big.
No,
I'm not really concerned about that, Carolyn. I think
you could turn into an egg.
Us as your friends to just do it. Yeah, turn into an egg.
Do it, Frank. Turn into an egg.
Turn into an egg, Frank.
No, that's too much. That's too much. I want to see how these spells resolve.
So, in no particular order, because it all kind of happens instantaneously. Charlie draws an arcane ward in goo around everyone, protecting everyone. Phobia is cast on Liam, who immediately shrieks in horror at the door across the chamber, turns around, sees another door, shrieks again, and then starts yelling, "Jump in the goo! Jump in the goo! Come on, everyone, jump in the goo!" And
At
then
which
suddenly,
point,
a statue rises from the goo.
of the elder McPoyle, the ancient,
Welcoming them into the goo.
the milk father himself.
The Milk Father himself begging them to join him in the goo. And just through all of the confusion, Liam starts throwing punches, which results in a whole scuffle. And then Charlie starts vomiting marbles,
The
which
marbles
they
are
then trip
out.
over, comically falling over one another, and then one after another falling and violently dissolving in the goo.
I didn't even think about the marbles being like something to trip on. I just thought it'd be to like push them with a stream of marbles. Wow, this is even better. This is even better
That's
than
like
we
the
ever
number.
could have thought.
That's like the number one thing marbles do.
You see what happened, Charlie? They couldn't stand their ground.
Oh my god.
And you hear their shrieks. Of course, Dennis, you are reading Liam's mind as this happens, and all you hear is a calm, "This is unpleasant. How could this have happened?"
I think they should curdle in the acid.
Is this what it's like to die? And then they curdle. And it's just gross fat in like bubbling and frying in the acid.
Be my badger.
Dennis.
I just saw that you also suggested they should curdle. I didn't want to make it seem like I was stealing
Nice.
from you.
Dennis
it
turns around
absolutely-
to Frank and Charlie, and he just goes, "I know what it feels like to die now. It's okay."
So the room absolutely reeks now. The stench of a burning ogre now flooding the chamber.
Yeah.
Oh, it smells like Deandra's cooking. Oh.
I guess we can kind of cut to our next scene. Where do we find you all next? The problem has been solved?
2 words, 3 syllables. Ape escape. I'm on it. I'm catching those apes. I'm gonna thwart Spike. I'm doing it with Gorv.
Frank is going up and down the goo pipe, just kind of having a fun slide. He's liking the goo. He's totally naked, except for a loincloth, slipping and sliding up and down the goo pipe.
Like an egg. He's
Sorry for saying goo pipe. Oh no, he's turned himself into an egg using his objectify scroll. You become an inanimate object between the size of an apple and a grand piano. He's just a Frank-sized egg sliding up and down.
He's pretending it's a big cloaca, and he's
Yeah,
being born over and over again.
yeah.
Dennis, final shot.
Dennis is with Mac. Kind of he's like the general contractor on a project now that he's trying to get Mac to do, which is to build the actual frozen milk cube, because he thinks that it's such an incentive for the crazy zone that it might actually attract people.
I think after all of this, we linger outside of Paddy's pub, slowly panning out, and across the street there is a horde of more McPoyle ogres who have, of course, been summoned, and it took them the entire day to arrive, and that's where we cut to black.
Dennis?
We have a real milk cube now.
Guys, this was our Always Sunny in Philadelphia TV&D campaign. We got to do an extra one this month, which was a lot of fun. Let's see. Trying to think of any closing stuff. We just decided right before this, we're doing Futurama next month.
Yeah.
which is going to be a lot of fun. Excited to figure out what that's going to look like in our setting. This is TV&D. It's a show where we mash up TV shows and turn them into Dungeons and Dragons campaigns. If this was your first time joining us, hello. We have a YouTube channel. You can catch a link down below. This episode will be available tomorrow. Let's see. We got a Twitter. You can follow us there. We have a Discord where you can come hang out and talk about role-playing games. I guess that's it for us. Hey, Carolyn Page, where can we find you on the internet?
Well, I'm so glad you asked. You can find me on all social media platforms at Jacuzzi Tubs with 2 B's. You can also find me on Wednesday nights, every Wednesday night, hosting a competitive Fuck, Marry, Kill game show called FMK Champions. It's a great time. It's so funny. And you can also, oh, holy shit, check out the YouTube stuff and the show that I write for called it's at Venn Download on YouTube. Check it out. We just dropped a new episode today called Thirsty Thursday, which is a shipping episode where we scientifically prove why Falcon and the Winter Soldier are horny for each other and should kiss. So go check that out.
Wonderful. Tony Wilson, where can we find you on the internet?
Oh, I can't follow that up, so I'm just going to show you my cat box because I was looking at yours, Brian. Mine's kind of a top loader, so you got like a side loading situation.
Yeah.
Anyway, check out cats. They're cool to have. I like to smell their heads and kiss them and pet them.
Eli Uden, where can we find you on the internet?
Hey, you can find me every Monday on my podcast with my friends Paddy Mo and Kath Barbadoro called What a Time to Be Alive, where we rank the weirdest news stories of the week. We got a new site with new merch. You could even get this Goblin Stance shirt. Wow, it's backwards in this camera.
Oh, wow.
Look at that guy, though. He's in Goblin Stance. And other than that, you can find me here on you can find me on Twitter, just my name, Eli Uden, ELIYUDIN. You can find me here on Twitch at pig_dog. Mostly been streaming Magic the Gathering drafts as of late.
Nice. I'm Goblin Voice on Twitch, and let's see, Tuesdays here on TV&D we do the Infinite Dungeon, where I usually prep the next Thursday's show. Really stumbling over my words. Let's see. We are off next week, but we'll be back first Thursday of next month with our Futurama campaign. Thank you for hanging out, everybody. Thank you for all the subscriptions this week. We really, really appreciate it. And we'll catch you next time.
This is
Bye,
what we
love
look like
you.
when we play Ape Escape.